Mount Rushmore of women wrestlers.
Okay. Let's do it. I got a controversial. I'll go first if you don't mind.
All right, go.
I think Charlotte Flair is on there no matter what.
Love that.
I think Medusa is on there no matter what.
Okay.
I think Chyna is on there no matter what.
Yep.
And then my number 4, no one's going to agree with me. No one has this. But just like I am starting to put the Briscoes early now, putting my ballots in, I am putting my ballot in for timeless Toni Storm.
Oh my
I love timeless Toni Storm. I think she is fantastic. I can't wait for her to get signed by WWE and take her career to another level. She is everything I want in a wrestler. She is fully committed to the gimmick. And not only that, it feels it's coming from an authentic place, even though I know she's Australian. And my favorite thing is that she wrestles like her gimmick. So many wrestlers get a gimmick and then they wrestle like a luchador. She wrestles like someone from that era. And she has great matches, great moments. And I can't wait for her to one day have a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Put her on the Mount Rushmore now.
That's a bold. That's very bold of you because, what is she, 32, 33, maybe? Like, I do love her gimmick now, though. The timeless gimmick is great. She is very committed. And she's very good in the ring, too. So, maybe a preemptive take, but okay.
Hey, just get the chisel out. Start carving it in now.
Okay. I'm going to go with my women wrestlers, Mount Rushmore. Asuka. She's just brilliant. She's a great wrestler. It's very technical. Like, just everything about her is great. Then I'm going to go with Lita. Which I considered the first flying female.
Yeah. I thought of Lita, but I took Lita off.
Yeah. I mean, she did some stuff back then which other women weren't doing.
The thong coming out of her pants is an iconic look, too.
It's very of that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
And then, what I feel like should be on everyone's Mount Rushmore for women is Chyna.
You keep.
You both have her on there. I don't.
Okay, fine. Not everyone.
You know what?
Not everyone would have this.
You want to hear my argument? Why?
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because Chyna's a better manager than she is a wrestler.
I had the same thought, but then
Chyna's how Chyna got over was by being wasn't by being a wrestler.
Like. It's how she looks.
It was how she looked, her presence, her charisma, her natural
First
charisma.
Female intercontinental champion.
That she would occasionally
probably the only female intercontinental champion of all time.
That's fair.
And that's
that's fair.
And
but those matches that was Jericho carrying her. That was Jeff Jarrett carrying her. She's not a good wrestler. She was an iconic wrestler.
Right. But isn't part of being a good wrestler sometimes being a good athletic displays but having great aura. And she has great. She had some of the best aura out of all the females. Her aura was so.
So did Sensational Sherry, but she wouldn't be on the Mount Rushmore of wrestlers.
She never wrestled Ricky Steamboat for the IC belt.
That's true.
But I agree with you. All your points are valid, and I've said this before. But then recently I was talking to some other friends, and I got convinced otherwise because there was something about her that the fact that she did all that male versus female stuff. She was the first female wrestler that let you know that it's not weird to see a female kick ass in the ring. Like, if Medusa couldn't do that to Chris Jericho, right? Was it a great match? No, not at all. But was it weird to see her do? Like, how many times have you heard wrestlers say rumors of wrestlers not wanting to wrestle females because it's going to bury them?
Right, but Chyna was a different story though, because she was built like a brick shit house, and you could if you looked at Chyna, you would believably think like she could beat the fuck out of half of the wrestlers on the roster.
Yeah.
Yes. So.
It's like a trailblazer thing rather than like actually being good.
Yes.
I'll say
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
I was going to say something to make him flip his switch, but...
Go ahead. Do it.
I'm going to go on my number one now. This isn't going to flip.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. This one's not going to... I know you don't care about this one, but it's with Chyna. But my number one would be... Rhea Ripley.
Whoa.
Oh, that's like my timeless pick.
Yes, that is who I feel like
I'm a big fan of her.
deserves to
She's going to be
on.
there.
Yeah, she will be.
Yeah.
We'll see. She's young. I love Rhea, but we'll see.
Powerhouse. You know?
she's great.
Sometimes they come and go. Who knows?
I mean, she's been around for a while.
She's very good.
Yeah. So I have my number one is Trish Stratus.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving because of that pick.
All right, Calvin's out. So
I'm back.
Wow.
Trish walking out on my Trish Stratus Mount Rushmore pick.
Talk about not a wrestler.
Yeah, Trish is an all-timer for me. She was the first woman's wrestler who wasn't all, eye candy in at least my experience, that she actually could bring it in the ring too. And she, for a while there in the early 2000s, she was like the only girl who could like actually wrestle there, which said a lot, she cared. So yeah, Trish is definitely on my Mount Rushmore. AJ Lee is another one who I think the impact that AJ had in her short time, like she's, to this day, like people still chant for AJ Lee.
Yeah, I listen, she's from Union City, New Jersey.
Hell yeah.
I'm a big fan of that. When I watched her, I did not like her, but the way she was loved, and to this day, I don't understand how it had such a long...
I know what you mean, though. She has a connection with people that you can't explain if you don't get it. Like how, like the same.
I
way,
like her
the same way Bryan Danielson does. Like, certain people are like, I don't get what like. This is not everybody. Bryan Danielson's a bad example because he's a very popular wrestler, but you know what I mean. He's.
But what would you say about AJ Lee that makes that connection work? Like, is it because she is like she looks like
charisma, her character work, like when she was the like the evil little skipping brat, like she was just great.
So you think it's the skipping?
Yes, it was entirely the skipping.
No, I mean that in a good way. Like that skip is so iconic, and like she was so in the moment and in the character when she would come to the ring that like. It drew me in, and also she didn't look like a wrestler. So and the fact that she had this,
she wasn't your traditional like beauty either. For the rest, she's very very beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but so AJ Lee, and also I'll throw out a prediction that AJ Lee will be back this year. She'll make her return in 2025.
Yeah.
We'll see.
CM Punk, that's why.
Yep. And then my other two. You guys had already said these, but Charlotte, obviously, I think Charlotte is probably pound for pound my favorite female wrestler that I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I just think when the bright lights or when it's the big show, like nobody brings it like she does.
Yeah.
And then Asuka too, because Asuka, for as long as she's been in America, has probably been the most consistent wrestler.
So good.
From, and I guess she's probably starting to wind down now a little bit. But
age.
The run that she had from, was it when she came into NXT in like 2015, 2016, all the way up until now. Now it's just been like she's always entertaining, always
she's
at
so
the top of her
Her
game.
matches with Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
She's one of the few
good
wrestlers, male or female, that did not need to speak English to get over in America.
Yeah.
And it's always worked, and it's never held her back.
And her stuff looks so real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I was kind of fucking around with the Toni Storm thing, Asuka was really the pick. Yeah.
And then
she's good.
What's the opposite of a Mount Rushmore? Mount Flushmore?
Sure,
yeah. Flushmore?
Becky Lynch belongs on there. Not a Becky. This is not a Becky Lynch podcast.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I don't. I mean, the whole bloody face man moment was like cool, and I got that was cool, but I didn't follow that wave. Like I was like, all right, that was cool, and then like everything else afterwards.
That was actually a slip up.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to happen.
That was them telling what's
Nia.
Yeah. Telling Nia, go out there and make a statement.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And Becky was behind Nia, like just hitting her, and like she turned around like, who the fuck is hitting me? And went, right into Becky's face.
And then that was it.
Yeah, and that was the iconic shot with her going up into the crowd and then looking at the camera, and then she's just bleeding.
I just don't see it.
I still hold a grudge, Becky Lynch, because I had to stay at WrestleMania until 1 o'clock in the morning to watch you win by roll up. So thanks for that.
Yeah,
It's great.
I left early.
It was awesome.